graders. So I got all of the cherry blossoms finished. And so the next thing I am going to do is really the last step for your crayons, okay? So what I wanted to show you on a scratch piece of paper, don't mind me, this is just scratch mail, junk mail, is how you're going to make your bubbles, all right? You know, water has to have some bubbles in it and stuff. So what I'm making is I make a circle, and then I make a curve here, and a curve here, okay? But you're not going to be making it in black, you're going to make it in white, which means you're really not going to see it until you paint over it, and only if you paint lightly over it and don't scrub your watercolor. And also you have to draw really good with your crayon, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and go right here with this shape. So I make the circle. Ooh, this is terrible on Sophia's crayons. I might want to use old broken crayons for this, now that I tell you that, right? Okay, highlight here, highlight there. Okay, that bubble's done, and you can actually kind of see it. And then I'm going to do one more here, a little smaller. Okay, and I'm going to go around my whole paper and do those bubbles real quick. So you go ahead and just work with me here. Use your white crayon. I'm going to switch back to the regular crayon instead of the glittery one that I've already basically ruined for Sophia. Okay, bubbles, you don't want a million, but probably, I don't know, try for 10, okay? And they could be halfway hidden behind something even. You know, they wouldn't have to all be showing perfectly. Let's see what I can do here. I could make one that's behind this guy. So you only see part of it because it's behind there. I could make one that's continuing underneath his whisker. Maybe a bubble here. Even make a few little lines of movement around your cherry blossoms that are floating in the water. Right? All right, so when I'm done, I've got bubbles and I've got some little lines of movement. And so now I'm just ready to put the color on there. So there are 3 general colors that I offer or let you guys use for water. And obviously, you know, the first one would be blue, okay? I mean, that's just easiness, right? But the other ones might be a little more tricky. So out of these colors, I would use blue, but you could also add just a little bit of purple or a little bit of green to it, okay? The green kind of makes it, give it like a more of a, I don't know, Caribbean type feel to me. Purple seems to make it a little cooler, but you can really do whatever you want with that, okay? So I'm going to start by, I'll just start down here in this corner, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint water first. The reason I paint water first is so that my paint doesn't go past the edge of the water and it spreads out nicely without streaks. You're going to have to be really careful next to your koi fish, okay? So if I paint this whole corner here with water, so you get nice soft lines instead of sharp lines from your paintbrush. Should be plenty of water. Then I'm going to go over here with my color. I'm going to start with blue. You don't need to go nuts with the blue, okay? And see, I got a lot of blue in there, so I'm just going to use that. I'm going to spread this out, and if you notice, look at that white showing up as long as you don't keep scrubbing over it, okay? Crayon's not quite as forgiving as oil pastel is. Okay, oil pastel tends to show up a lot better, usually. Although this is showing up pretty well. Okay, a little bit of blue over here. Now, before I go for my next color, what do I need to do? Rinse my brush off. Yes. Okay, then I'm going to go to green. Okay, so if I want to add a little green to it, it gives it kind of a fun little mossy, I don't know, green feel. warm water. Maybe this is a warm water koi fish. What do you think? Okay. Don't go nuts scrubbing over it. It's okay if it has dark spots. You know, the water would have that. All right, then I'm going to curve around. Grab my brush. Paint water first. Careful around your fin. And this fin. Okay. Just as long as you get the basic area that you're done with, or that you're going to work on. Okay, I'll grab some blue. Get that blue. Spread out. Don't want too much there. Okay. Now, if I was using green, I probably wouldn't use purple, okay? I'd probably stick with either purple or green, but not necessarily both. And now you could add a little bit darker right next to your fish so it looks like there's a shadow in the water underneath your fish. Ooh, there's that bubble that popped out, didn't it? Okay, so if I have blue, if I have green, I'm not going to go ahead and do purple too, probably. I mean, you can try it because obviously I'm not grading it anyway, but I would suggest just sticking with one. Okay, then grab some green to stick in there. Right, and I'll just keep going around until I have my entire background painted, and it should look really pretty with those colors. All right, so one more thing. I'm going to show you an example of the purple so you have an idea of what it looks like, okay? Let's get this water on here first. Get some water on there, little guy. Hang on. Right next to his nosy. Here we go. Okay, then blue first. Yes, yes, yes. Kind of does some neat things there, doesn't it? When it spreads out in the water. Okay. If you want it a little darker right next to your fish, again, for the shadow, totally fine. It's kind of a fun idea. Okay. And then I'm going to go in with my purple instead of my green for just if I was doing purple instead, okay? So here's the purple in there, which is also quite beautiful. Okay, it makes it nice and dark next to that too. Okay. And there's your purple water. All right. And you're going to go around and you're going to paint this entire thing, okay? You're going to have to be really careful next to your fish, especially with water sitting. This almost ran over my fish where it's really, really, really wet. Can you see it shaking around in there? Okay, be really careful. Okay, and so be really careful around your fish. Fill all your water in, and I will take a picture of mine when it's finished, and I'll put it on the demo picture. Okay. I'll talk to you later. Bye.